Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. I'm so glad you stopped in today. Today on the show, we're going to be making pizza again, but this time we'll be making Quad Cities pizza, and we're going to be making it outside on the Blackstone pizza oven. Stick around, this should be fun. First things first, in case you're not aware, the Quad Cities is a region in Iowa and Illinois. It includes the cities of Davenport and Bettendorf in southeastern Iowa, and Rock Island, Moline, and East Moline in northwestern Illinois. If you're keeping track, that's 5 cities. I don't know. And the Mississippi runs right through the middle of it. I've been there many times over the years, and they've got a bunch of good food in that region. But today we're going to be talking about Quad Cities pizza. Quad Cities pizza is known for its malty crust that gives it a unique taste and chew. The Quad Cities cut also makes it stand out as a pizza style. I've made that style of pizza before, inside in the kitchen. I'll put a link to that video in the comments. Now it's time to try Quad Cities pizza outside on the Blackstone pizza oven. Yesterday, we mixed up a batch of our Quad Cities pizza dough. We used our normal pizza dough process. I'll also link to that in the comments. We started with 262 grams of water, 3 grams of yeast, and 84 grams of the malt syrup. Like I said, the malt syrup is one of the things that really makes this pizza stand out. We mix that up and let the yeast proof for 10 minutes. The malt syrup also does a great job of getting that yeast going. After the yeast is proofed, we'll add 450 grams of our 00 flour. We're using King Arthur flour again. For years, I poo-pooed the idea of using strong flour, but I really like this. I can really tell a difference in the gluten development, so I think it's worth it. After that, we'll add 9 grams of salt and 1 gram each of oregano, paprika, black pepper. Then we'll mix that all up until we get a shaggy ball, and we'll let that rest for 30 minutes. Then, over the course of the next 90 minutes, we'll do 3 sets of stretch and folds, resting the dough for 30 minutes after each set. After the dough passes our window pane test, we'll divide the dough into 2 400-gram portions, each of which will make a 12 to 13-inch pizza. We'll then put that in the fridge to ferment overnight. The fridge rest greatly improves the flavor and complexity of the dough. And that's where we are now. We've got our pizza dough ready to go. We're going to roll out our dough today, as I seem to be having a hard time hand stretching lately. We're also going to be using some training wheels. My training wheels, perforated pizza pans. Because we want to load up our pizza with sausage, cheese, and sauce, which is another characteristic of Quad Cities pizza, we have to use these pans. I don't think I could launch a pizza with all those ingredients without using these training wheels. So wish me luck. To start, we're going to roll out using my grandma's rolling pin. She's been gone from us for a long time now, so it's really a prized possession. So we're going to take our dough, and we're going to add a little semolina to it, to the top of it. And we're also going to add a little semolina to our rolling surface. The semolina makes a good moisture absorber. There we go. We'll add a little more to the bottom. And I think we want the other side to be our top, so we're going to turn it over. There we go. That feels very nice. The dough feels very good. And we're just going to very gently roll that out into about a 12 or 13-inch circle. Notice the nice color of the dough. That comes from the malt syrup and a little bit of the paprika. Then we also can see the pepper and the oregano in the dough. That's as round as a pizza I ever. I'm never going to get pizza that round by trying to hand toss. If you do 100 pies a night, you can do it, but I don't. So now we're going to take one of our perforated pizza pans, and we're just going to oil it up real quick so it doesn't stick. Let's see if we can't just put that in there. There we go. I'm happy with that. We'll stretch it out a little bit more because we can, but we don't want to get it too thin or it will tear. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay. Now we're going to put down our sauce. And this is a locally made sauce that I don't make this myself, but It's a cooked sauce, and it's got a little tang to it. It's got a little zip, which is also characteristic of Quad City style pizza. We're gonna put 5, 6 ounces on there. The Quad Cities pizza is known as a saucy pizza. It's known as an ingredient heavy pizza. You'll see here in a second when I go to put the sausage on. And then on top of the sauce, a little Parmigiano Reggiano. There we go. Oh, that smells good. Next up, our sausage. And we're just gonna load that right on. That's gonna be about half a pound of sausage. About right. Now you see why I can't launch this one. And then we'll follow that up with a Parmesan cheese. And about 6, 7, 8 ounces of that too. You'll be able to tell when it's enough. You just almost won't be able to see the sausage anymore. That's about the way it should be. And then finally, we'll top it with a little bit of oregano, just so you know you're eating Italian. There we go. And into the oven we go. Just that simple. So we preheated the oven to 500 degrees. It's still about 500 degrees. We'll turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't cook too fast. And it should be ready in 5 to 7 minutes. And after about 5 minutes, we'll pull the training wheel out. We'll pull the perforated pizza pan out. We're gonna remove our pizza from a perforated pan. We're just gonna pull it out real quick. There we go, just like that. And then back in the oven, take a peek. Well, that looks pretty good. Oops. There we go. Phew, that was close. Our pizza's done. Just like that. Now, I'm gonna put it back in for a little bit. I want just a little more char on the top. Okay, here we go. Now it's done. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. Yum. That's a thing of beauty right there. We're gonna let that cool for just a minute or two. But let's just marvel in that for a second. Okay, we let that cool for just a little bit so nobody gets hurt here. I was at my dentist the other day and they asked me about several of the burns on my mouth. I said it's kind of an occupational hazard with what I do for fun, so burning your mouth is just a part of the business. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and cut this into the classic Quad Cities cut. Once across the middle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts this way. There you go. That is a Quad Cities pizza right there, people. Look at that. Thing of beauty. It's still a little hot to eat, so we're gonna give it another couple of minutes and we'll dig in. Before we go any further, I want to thank and welcome all of our new subscribers. It really does help us out. And if you haven't subscribed, I gotta ask, why not? It don't cost nothing. Okay, time to dig in. And it's my show, so I'm gonna take one of the prize corner pieces. Oh, that is so good. Loading up on the cheese and sausage goes so well together, and the malt in that crust, the crust and the chew, there's just nothing else like it. It really does remind me the last time I was in Frank's. It smelled just like this pizza. So, this has been Paul Plays with Fire. Thanks for watching.